Hey guys, Analogman here for another deck profile, and as you can see, we are finally taking a look at Machinedramon. Um, for Machinedramon, it's been kind of weird. Like I've been testing two specific builds, which is the black stack one, where you basically just build up in raising and then just evolve into the new Machinedramon, and then there's another version where you run red eggs, and you basically just kind of rush them with Guillemons that help you draw as fast as possible. And of course, you have black tamers to kind of help facilitate everything and all that stuff. But both builds have been kind of weird, so I've been kind of tinkering with it for a while, trying to find exactly like the perfect spot. And so far, I've been mostly focused on the black version, which is actually like so far it's been actually doing well in competition. So I decided to just take a look at it and just keep going with that version. And so far, I think this is what I've come up with after testing with friends and all this other stuff. So yeah, let's actually take a look at the deck because now it also as you can see from the title, this is with the new BT11 cards. So we have not only do we have a few new cyborgs, but we also finally have a legit tamer in the form of Analogman, yours truly, basically, which is really good because before we had to make do with Kazus and Izzies. Now we don't even need them. We just have Analog, and that's all we need. Anyway, let's get into the eggs. We run 4 Pagus because Pagu does help you search, especially on deletion. So you can get that extra card you need to basically make the new Machinedramon. So very solid. For rookies, we don't really run that many rookies in this build, surprisingly. We run 4 Hagurumon because it helps you discard. Basically, discard a machine or cyborg, get to draw 2. We run 2 Chikurimon to stop decks like Crossheart and Blue Flare. And then we run 2 Dorumons because when we evolve, we do tuck stuff underneath. So potentially with the stack from here, we can get an extra memory, which is really nice. I honestly might up the count by 4 more rookies because there have been moments where I just haven't seen them. I might actually up it to like 10 or 12 because that way I can see them consistently, considering the deck runs a lot of level 5s. So I'd rather be able to see them rather than, brick and stuff. So, you know, we have only 8 so far at the moment. I will increase it. Most likely I will in my next video of this. So, yeah. For level 4s, they already feel very solid. We run 4 of the Guardromon. That's a blocker, and its inherent is the most powerful, where when you swing, you can discard a machine or cyborg and draw 2. Then we run 2 Mechanoris because Crossheart and Blue Flare are still around, so having this to kind of stop them for a turn or two from hitting your security is really important. Then we run 2 of the Numamons because it is a cheap cost 3. Basically, it's a cheap cost to just hard play, and it's a cheap cost for evolution. Aside from that, it's very generic, but the fact is that this is a cheap evolution, so you like having it. And yeah, that's basically all the level 4s we run. We also run 8 level 4s as well to match the rookies that we have. For level 5s, we run at least 15, I know for sure. So first we run the Andromon from EX1, the one that just the same as this one. They all have the same when Digivolving effect. When Digivolving, you can look at the top 3 cards and basically look for a level 6 machine. And each one gives a different inherent. He gives blocker, he gives reboot, he gives, when attacking, if it has machinist traits, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less, which is really solid when you're trying to kill certain little rookies that might hinder you from gaining memory. Then we run 1 of the new Gigadramon from BT11. This guy's really cool. I'm super glad I managed to pull a pre-release of him. The cool thing is that you can actually evolve into him, into a stack out here, swing, and he has jamming. And then once you evolve him into Machinedramon, he gains reboot. So really cool how that works. Like, this guy's really solid. I love running 1 of him. Originally, I was running 2 of him for reboot, but not have this guy as a secondary target. Plus, Machinedramon does specify that you need different numbered, like code-wise, machines, or I mean cyborg specifically. So having 2 guys that do reboot, but they're different cards, actually helps with this deck. So really nice. Then we run 1 Megadramon because he gives blocker. 1 Cyberdramon. This card is vanilla technically, but its inherent is really cool. When you have a suspended tamer in play, this Digimon gains plus 2,000. Because the thing is with the tamer of this deck, Analogman, basically when he's suspended, He basically, like, the only reason he's suspended is specifically to redirect an attack, kind of like Blackboard Greymon X's thing, except with a tamer. But the thing is that if it's suspended, he gains that extra 2,000, which can be crucial in some situations where you are fighting against something like, it's really huge. So, really useful card as well. Then we run one Metal Greymon from BT1. This one is still solid. I have never, and I mean this, never once evolved into this because there is no reason to, and you really can't. The only reason that you want this in your deck is specifically because it gives a plus 3,000 on your turn. So you can potentially boost with this and another, was it Megadramon? You can potentially boost your guy up by 5,000, putting your guy at 16, just big enough to basically hit Blackboard Greymon X to kill it. So, really nice. Then we run one Metal Greymon from EX1. This one gives piercing, of course, and you can digivolve it on top of a level 4, so you can swing and delete a rookie, which is really cool. Then we run one Megadramon. This guy I've actually hard played a few times to kill their rookies. This guy grants security +1 if it's machine, so really cool. Then we run Megadramon. This one is the other one I was talking about that gives plus 2,000, and in conjunction with this one, you can potentially boost to 16, which is really nice. Or in the case of Chaosdramon, you would get, I think, about 18, so really nice. For the last few, we run two of the Metal Greymons that de-digivolve. This guy is still really strong no matter what, and having access to de-digivolving is really cool, but the main thing is his inherent that lets you attack unsuspended Digimon, which is still one of the most broken things in the game. One of the new Metal Tyranno. This guy's really cool. Whenever you delete anything, on basically all turns when this Digimon deletes anything, you can trash your opponent's security, which is really nice. Then we run, for the last, or actually second to last, level 5, we run the Megadramon. I haven't really digivolved into this guy as much, but his secondary effect is okay. I haven't really used it as much, but it is kind of crucial against decks that have like smaller tamers, like say Crossheart. So really solid to have him at least. And then the last level 5 we run is Volcanomon, because A, he's a blocker that you can evolve into, and B, his inherent is giving an extra security check, which is really nice, because sometimes you can swing for game. And yeah, that's all the level 5s we run. We run a bit of them, so potentially you can brick with these, which is the unfortunate fact when, running this many level 5s. But that's just how it is with this deck. You have to run enough to see and discard with, so that's how it is. For level 6s, we run 3 of the new Machinedramon. I'm really sad I couldn't get all pre-releases, but at least they're foil. This guy's really cool when digivolving and on play, which is even cooler. You can reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add one Analogman and one Cyborg or Machine in his traits, and then place it underneath this guy and trash the rest. On deletion, you can take an Analogman that's already on the field, bottom deck it, and play another Machinedramon for free. Like no cost whatsoever, which is really gross. Because potentially if they decide to delete this, you just play the other one and then you swing and kill them. Anyway, yeah. Then we play 3 of the old Machinedramon. This guy's still solid. Just hard playing him and gaining back that memory, and then like swinging and killing their guy is still really powerful. And the only downside to him is that he is still not immune to Chaos Degrade, which really sucks, but that's just how it is. Aside from that, the fact that he can't be DP reduced, he can't be deleted as long as you detach parts, it's super strong. Solid guy, and I'm super glad now I have all my AAs for it. Then we have 3 Chaosdramon, which I've also AA'd as well. Really solid guy. I've actually digivolved into him multiple times to de-digivolve my opponent, and it's really strong. The only downside of his ability for protection is that he can only it only protects against deleted or returned. He can be DP reduced, which really sucks, but that's just how it is. But the main selling point of him is the de-digivolving. He can digivolve up to 3 when you digivolve into him and equip stuff. So very powerful card. Have to run at least 3. Originally I was running 3, 2, and 3, but I decided to go with 3, 3, 3, so that way I could see them as consistently, especially this guy, because this guy helps you go for games sometimes after chipping away at their security. If they don't have a blocker, you just go, okay, hard play, after playing the option card, and he has rush, so you just go and blitz. He also gains rush and blitz, so you go bam and you hit for game. So really powerful. Anyway, that's all the level 6s we run. The rest are option cards and tamers, so let's get into that. We run 3 Ultimate Connection. I was having an issue with this deck with draw power, so I decided to add these in, and they actually fixed it a lot. Like, I've been able to discard and draw into a lot of stuff I need. Um, yeah. This card is still also really powerful in security because it activates the main effect. As long as you have a lot of cyborgs, which you do, so you should be able to activate this effect if it's hidden security. Then you run 3 of Attack of the Heavy Mobile Digimon. This is literally your main game winner because it helps you rush, blitz, and in security you can delete stuff. Basically, you discard a machine or cyborg that is equal to the cost of the Digimon you want to delete on their board, and it just deletes it. So really strong. And yeah, we only run the 6 option cards. For Tamers, we only run 1, and we run yours truly, Analogman. Man, I've been waiting for this card for so long. Like, I was proxying this at my locals, and it's such a great card. Like, it makes this deck so powerful. And, of course, they chose the literal best artwork. So, this guy, for anybody that doesn't know what it does, this card is just bonkers. So, at the start of your main phase, by trashing 1 level 5, you gain a memory, and you get to draw 1. On your opponent's turn, you can suspend this to redirect an attack to a level 6 machine. So not only does it help you redirect attacks, but also gets you memory and draws, and it's a 4-cost tamer, so you can sometimes pass them to 1, so really solid. It's not a memory tamer, but damn, it does the exact same thing because it gains you extra memory, which is really nice. But yeah, this guy's super crucial. I don't run any other tamer because this guy's basically the one that does everything for you anyway. The other ones give you a little bit, but it's not enough. It's not as much as this guy. But yeah, that's the deck. Advice on this deck for anybody that wants to try it out or use my template: be patient. That is the crucial thing. This deck is not fast. It can be fast when you draw the right hand, but at the same time, there are moments where it's like it's basically similar to like a Greymon deck or a Medical Ruru deck. You have to be very patient in waiting with your pieces. Don't rush. Don't evolve, or don't push out your stack as soon as possible. Just kind of play stuff. Like the options like Ultimate Connection and Hagurumons to kind of slowly build up your stack or whatever. But don't push out your stack early because that potentially can get you killed, and you might lose the match because of that. Especially against Black War Greymon X, because you will lose your stack because they will de-digivolve it and kill it. So you have to be very careful about that. But once you get that stack, just go in, just protect it as much as possible, especially with Analogman and all its inherits. But aside from that, the deck is pretty solid, honestly. We've waited, I don't know how many sets since like EX1 for this deck to be finally like usable. And surprisingly, this deck did top a bit at at nationals and like Europe and the Oceania and all that other stuff. Like, it did top. So it's really crazy that the deck managed to get that far against in a format where your tamers can die like instantly from an option card. So yeah, for anybody that wants to try it out, I highly recommend taking that advice. And just most of these cards are inexpensive. The only thing that will really cost you money would be this one. These two have normal super rares, which are or rares in the case of the new Machinedramon. It's pretty cheap. Everything else you can go like as low rarity as possible, and you would still the debt would be still pretty cheap. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is still a template, so modify it however you want, depending on your play style to make it more comfortable for you to work with. Because I've taken like I've looked at builds that I just don't understand how they work, but I'm under the impression that it's however like for the player, it works best for them. For me, it doesn't, so I had to make my own version like this. So that's just how I think of it. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.